Hey there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's another Wednesday night. I am here on Facebook Live. It is Get Covered Wednesday. It feels like it's been a minute since I've been live in it. I know, right? So wave at me, share this video. We're going to discuss something really short and sweet. Like last night was absolutely phenomenal for a wonderful family that I was able to help get life insurance for. And I just wanted to share that experience with you all tonight because some of the myths that people have are that life insurance is something that you cannot afford. So I'm going to give a couple people a few minutes to get on. And while we do that, I'm going to get my books together because we're going to do some numbers tonight. And everything. Y'all see my natural nail set? I got my natural nails done. So yeah, I want my real nails to grow and stuff. So hopefully in a few months they'll be like back long and stuff like I like it. But say hello to me. Say hello to me. Say hello to me. I know it's the first of the month. Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's the first of the month. Look up. I'm just feeling really, really chill. Even though I have to listen to City Girls every morning before I go out the door. I don't know if y'all like City Girls, but I like City Girls, so it don't matter. I mean, y'all favorite life insurance agent, I listen to City Girls. Hey, Isaac, thank you for joining me. Share this video with anyone you know. We're talking about how 11 people got life insurance gotten covered with life insurance for just $152. That, ladies and gentlemen, is phenomenal. She told me her budget and I said, got you. And as a matter of fact, it was, let's see, because a lot of people think, oh, that must be a lot of kids. Nope. That was, let's see how many adults. That was mom, dad, daughter, 6 adults and 5 children. That was 6 adults and 5 children. Okay. So you can imagine 6 adults and 5 children got life insurance. A total of 100 people. I'm sorry. For $152. Okay. For $152. So many of you who don't know me, my name is Nikki White. I'm a licensed life insurance agent. Tomorrow, actually, April the 4th will be my 1 year license anniversary, whatever you want to call it. I've been licensed for 1 year with the state of Georgia, Florida, and South Carolina, adding more states like North Carolina, Texas, and Virginia, and Louisiana. I'm adding more states to my company. As a matter of fact, and additionally, I am so excited. I am adding more independent brokers and producers to my team. Renee Smith is based in South Carolina. So if any of you have family in South Carolina, she is someone I highly recommend. I personally had a hand in training her, so she knows her stuff. She is someone that is integral that I would very much so refer you to. So I'm excited about that. If you are interested in being a licensed life insurance producer, agent, feel free to inbox me. Let me know. I'll give you some information. Hey, listen, this is a industry that will not feel the two most richest companies in America are what? Banks and life insurance companies. I'm telling y'all, it's recession proof. It is a recession proof job, or whatever you want to call it, but you work for yourself. I was on my way to school this morning, taking my son to school. I know y'all be laughing at my Car Chronicles with Kid Boss, and this morning he asked me, he said, "Mama, how come you ain't got a boss?" And I say, well, I work for myself, but I serve for several companies, but I mostly work for myself. He said, but you won't have a boss? You don't have a boss that you talk to every day? And I said, no, I have mentors, but I don't have a boss. And so when you take on this this career opportunity, you develop something that is an entrepreneur. You can work at your own pace. Listen, you set the tone, the scale, and the dollar amount that you want to make as an individual. Okay? And that's all you can do. I know a lot of people do this full time. I know a lot of people that do this part time. I do this as a full time thing, and I absolutely love it. I've been around life insurance all my life. My grandma was a licensed life insurance agent, and I was a little girl going in the backseat of her car eating Debbie cakes, going and picking up premiums every month from clients. And so I've been around this all my life. I've seen life insurance pay out for families. I've seen families not having coverage and try to get coverage, and it's too late. So I love it. It's a passion of mine. It's a way that I not only provide for my family, but I help other families. Because when a life insurance producer steps foot in your house and you hear approved, that means that that company, along with the hands and feet of that life insurance agent, has left that dollar amount in your house. You understand? Because a life insurance company, when they approve you for coverage, that means they're taking on the risk to cover you for life insurance in the event of death. If your death, your loved one's death. And so it's something that is needed. It is something that we all need to be educated even furthermore. I'm still learning. And if you want to learn more things about the difference between whole life and term, now Ricky Smiley talked about burial insurance versus standardized insurance. It is a true fact. A lot of people think that they have insurance on their jobs, and that is not the insurance that's going to pay for your burial. And so loved ones are still going to have to beg and borrow to bury you if that's the only coverage you have. All right. So tonight I'm not going to be before you too long. I wanted to discuss how I got 11 people approved for life insurance companies. As you know, I'm an independent broker, but I serve for several companies, and I can't speak of the company's name on because it's a media clause that I am locked into under my contract. But I don't do for a real popular one, start with a P. I don't serve for them, okay, and I won't, okay. Because I don't believe in insurance companies that increase premiums on people. They already billion-dollar companies. They don't need to increase no premium on me. And I believe that a company that increases premiums on you is their way of pushing you out of the policy as you get closer to older age, so they won't have to pay it out. That's all it is. But anywho, that's neither here nor there. I'll talk about that if you want to book me. If you would like to book a session with me or get a quote, you can hit me up in my inbox, or you can send me a text or give me a call. My number is 912-507-5354. All right. So last night I had the privilege of sitting for a long time with a beautiful family, and I love it. They fed me. Oh, I had a good little time. The babies, everybody was so nice and sweet. But I was able to get all of these people covered, and it was an absolutely phenomenal experience. I actually shocked myself. I was like, hot dog almighty, look at God. How did I do that? But her budget was $150 for every single person that she was responsible for, which was her kids, of course, her husband and herself, and her grandkids. And absolutely, we were able to help that family. So I wanted to show you guys one of the companies that I serve for has a product. It's a whole life product that you can put on your adult children. All right. So here's the thing. If you have adult children that are between the ages of 18 and 26, hear me, 18 and 26, you could still very well get coverage on them and be the owner of their policy. Okay, I talked about in my videos, got to go down my timeline, just put in hashtag get covered and hashtag Nikki White, and you will see all my videos, or you can just go to my video collection and see. But a child rider is anyone from the ages of 1 year old or 0 years old, 0 to 17 years old. Okay, they can ride under your coverage for just $2 a month, or depending on some other coverages companies you have, there's mostly like $5 a month. So anywhere from $2 a month to $5 a month. And with them riding as child riders on your coverage, you'll get anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000 in the event of the transition of the children. I hate to say that, but it's something that I have to talk about. But for those individuals who have children that are over 18, but still probably they're still in the home with you, they may be off in college, there is a product that you can get on them from age 18 to 26 that you could still get on them and be in control of that coverage. Why? Because some children are wilding out, I guess, or may not be as responsible, and you as their parent take on that responsibility. So that is called, that is something that is called, it's a family product. And this program comes with accidental and death and dismemberment, which means if the child or if the young adult transitions from an accident, it doubles the face value of the coverage. So last night, there were 4 adult children that were under the age of 26, which made it a phenomenal thing for this mother to do at this time, because the coverage is a whole life, number one, and then number two, is very inexpensive for specifically a burial policy. It's something that if anything should happen to the children, you won't have to beg for money to bury them. All right. So we had one child at age 25, and for and this is immediate death benefit with accidental and death, which means it will double the face value of the coverage, right? So one child was 25. Let me get a piece of paper because I want to do my numbers on paper here. Now I don't want to. I was gonna get their paper, but I didn't want to mistake and have their information on live, and then that way I would have had to delete my live. So I'm going to just get a blank piece of paper here and do my numbers based on their age. All right, so let me see here. Here we go. All right, there we go. So one child. So we had dad. Let's say dad. We had dad at 47. He did not smoke. Understand that when there is a smoker if an individual is a smoker, it does change the rate of your coverage, because of course people who smoke have higher risk, and that includes tobacco, any form of smoking. I usually tell my clients, here's the thing. This is a disclaimer. If you have told a doctor you smoke, it is documented. Now, if it's been over 2 years since you told a doctor that you smoke, and you don't smoke, then it's not documented, right? All right, because it needs to be reestablished that you're no longer a smoker. So anyone that probably gave up smoking within 2 years, you used to smoke and then now you don't smoke, and you told your doctor you're quitting, and then you quit and everything like that, so you don't consider a smoke. But if you told a doctor 6 months ago you smoke, and then you want to meet me and you don't smoke now, you probably quit. I don't know. It all varies per person. But remember that whatever you tell a doctor is documented. And whenever that individual transitions, the first thing the insurance company is going to do is ask that doctor for all medical records. Okay? All right. So anyway, so dad was a was an NT, which means non-tobacco. We had mom. Mom was 39. She was an NT. We had 4 adult children under the age of 26. So we're going to say child 1, female, child 2, female, NT. Child 3, female, NT. Child 4, female, NT. Okay. One child had 3 children, so we're going to put child rider CR1, CR. And one child had 1 child rider. So that was CR. All right. So all together we have a total of 1, 2. Oh, then there was another child that was a baby. So that child will go on mom's coverage, CR. So all together we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. That's a total of 11 people. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 adults, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 children. Okay. All right. So we actually was able to get dad and mom burial coverage first. So dad and mom burial coverage. So how this all works is you tell me your budget. Then I'll ask you a couple questions. I have a questionnaire that I go over in the home with every family. And we get kind of to the gist of everything, what you're looking for, what you can afford. And just some history, some background history about your family. All right. So we were able to, let's start with the children. So the adult children first. All right. So, adult child number 1 was 25 here. And for a 25-year-old, ladies and gentlemen, $16.02. $16.02 for a whole life coverage. The price will never change. The cost will never decrease. $16. You add $1 for the child rider. So plus $1, that was $17.02. Okay. Child number 2, adult child number 2 was 20. I think she was 23. So 23 here is $15.54. So we say $15.54. Okay. No children on her coverage. Child 3 was 21 or 22. I think she was 20. She was 22. 22 child 1 with 3 child riders. So that her coverage started for age 22. NT is $15.31, and you add $1, $2 for every child rider. I'm sorry. So instead of 17, this is 1802 right here. I'm sorry. Okay. And then, so 1802, 1554. All right. And then we are at 1507 here. 1507 plus $2. So 15, 17, 19, 21. All right. So $21 for one adult child, 22 with 3 children. Okay. And then we have mom and dad. So right now we're at a total of, let's do our total for the adult children and the grands so far. So right now we are at a total of 1802 plus 1554 plus 21 even equals. That right now brings me to $54.50 for the children. Period. That's the adult children and the grandchildren. So we just covered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people for $54. All whole life coverage. Phenomenal. All right. So now we're moving to dad and mom. Now, the older you are, the more your life insurance is going to be. So we put dad, of course, and mom on a burial coverage policy, which in the event of the death, it'll pay, oh, excuse me, it will pay out immediately for the funeral. So that's called a burial policy. And that coverage was for dad. Let's go down to dad. So not only did we put a funeral policy on dad, but we also put a large policy on dad, that in the event, and mom, that in the event that two of them would transition, the children will be left with money to still handle the house, because they had a mortgage and things like that, and to keep everything that they've worked so hard for. So remember, I said $152, right? So I covered 11 people for $152. So now we are down to $97.44. So how did we do this with mom and dad? All right. So we got dad a nice coverage, a burial coverage for about $15 for burial. Mom got a $15 for burial as well. But additional child rider made her $17. Okay. All right. So right now we are at, let me hit 0. So right now we are at 4 plus $86.56 total so far. Okay. All right. All right. So that's where we are right now. And what's left is $65. So then for just their burial policies for 11 people, burial policies for 11 people, including all the children, was $86.56. Then we went in and created some, what I call is wealth building for the family. That is big face policies that in the event of mom or dad leaving, that money is left to pay off debt so the children can keep the property, pay off a car so the children can keep these things, or just to leave some money for your children so they can, kind of live off of those things. All right. So we're at $65. So you can imagine, not only did I do that, let me say this. So term coverage is what you could create big long-term wealth with in the event of transitioning. Term coverage, because again, whole life policies are not big face policies like the $100,000 stuff. That's not whole life coverage. That's a term. So, but my thing that I encourage people, if you're going to get a term and you have long life in your family, number one, or if you're going to get a short term, which is like a 10-year or 20-year, you want to think about getting the return of premium on the term. Why? Because if 20 years from now, so 20 years from now, dad will be 67, 20 years from now, mom will be 59. In 20 years, all of the money that they would have paid in the term coverage will be coming back to them. And this is, ladies and gentlemen, this is how you have income flow in your older years. To date, an insurance policy payout is the only thing that the government cannot touch. The government cannot touch it. So if you was to get paid from an insurance policy that you are the beneficiary of, a clean check is going to come straight to you. And you don't have to pay no taxes on it. I don't understand why people don't understand it. This is not a bill. This is an investment. So we hooked up mama and daddy. Of course, we put dad the biggest coverage. We put dad on the big coverage for a return of premium. And so what we did was we had dad on his coverage for Let's see. Uh-oh. Okay, hold up. So, okay. I see y'all tuning in. I thank y'all so much. I'm doing some numbers right now, so bear with me. All right. So we were able to get Dad his coverage, a big face policy amount for $44.33 with a return of premium, which means after so many years, all those $44.33 that they were paying per month, if he is still living at the end of that term, you get your monies back. And guess what happens, ladies and gentlemen? His burial policy is still riding because it's a whole life. So you understand? That's why I tell people it's a 3-ring commitment. It's a whole life, it's a term, and it's you being committed for the long term. Why? Because you can tell me your birthday, but you cannot tell me your death date. So we wrote my dad up for $44.33, and then mom was left with $21.11, and she got a term policy also with the return premium, which totaled us up to $44.33 plus $21.11 plus $86.56 for all of the burial policies. And what did that give us? Let's do our numbers. Okay, it's fairly easy. It's really all in, number one, the agent that you have. You don't want nobody to fast talk you. You don't want nobody who don't answer your questions. So we got $44.33 plus $21.11 plus $86.56 with a total of $152. That's how we did it. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all. Now, most of us spend that on cable, period. And cable is a necessity. I know, because I had cut my cable off. I was like, no, I'm not giving Comcast no more my money. I'm not. It's too much. But that's what we spend on cable. And so there are people who say, Miss Nikki, I can't afford life insurance. Well, you can't afford not to have it because the people in your family can't afford to bury you. So we were able to get this whole family of 11 people $86.50 worth of whole life burial coverage for all 11 people. And then we were able to build wealth or establish a term policy commitment for mom and dad for $44.33 and $21.11. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you got your whole family of 11 people covered. Now, some people may say, well, that's a lot. Well, that's a lot of people. And some people will say, that's all? Yeah, that's it. And what you spend out at Ross eating crabs or having drinks, if you were to tally up what you spend per month or whatever, it's not my business. I'm just here as a voice to share with our people that it's time to stop dying without life insurance coverage. A small premium amount a month is like a big peace of mind to yourself and the people that you love or that love you. Because at the end of your life, you want people to say, she took responsibility for this part of life. Because it's all appointed to us, all of us, that we will soon or one day all die. So I hope you guys understood this. I hope I made it clear. If you have any questions or would like to book me for a session, you can inbox me here on Facebook or send me a text or give me a call. My number is 912-507 0268. And as always, thank you so much for joining me every Wednesday here on Facebook at Get Covered Wednesday. Share this video if you're watching this in the recap. Hey, let me know that you're watching this in the recap. And if you have any questions or would like to get a quote, I look forward to hearing from you in my inbox. I love you. I'll see you next Wednesday. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, get covered. Bye.